Hello and welcome to SOLOS. I'm Daniel Pini, I'm a cellist, and for this concert I'm a composer. And I'm going to be performing two pieces, one of which I've composed for myself, full of fragments of important memories for me, and the other piece is by Victoria Pham. I've chosen to have somewhat of a literary theme for this concert, partly because Victoria Pham's piece is based on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which I think is a fantastic work. So I decided to do something based on my favourite work, which is Italo Calvino's If on a Winter's Night a Traveller. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't read If on a Winter's Night a Traveller, but it's composed in fragments, none of which comes to a satisfying conclusion all the way right up into the end. And I thought that it would be interesting to do something similar with the piece that I wrote, composed of fragments of really significant pieces and memories, which form a bit of a snapshot of my life. I chose the title Incompletion for this concert because I love the idea of these fragments coming together, not quite whole, but somehow completing each other on a path which has no end. As it's my first time composing, it was a daunting experience. Putting together ideas and making them flow in a way which makes sense and a way which is interesting to listen to and which makes you want to listen to more, and in a way which is playable on the cello. It's been a challenge. I've spent a long time reworking things. There are a lot of eraser rubbings all over the ground from the many mistakes that I've made. But it's immensely satisfying having something which you've done, which you're happy with. In this concert there are going to be two world premieres, one of which is going to be Victoria Pham's On a Dreary Night in November, of which I've performed the first movement before, but the second movement I don't think anyone's heard outside of myself in the practice room and Victoria when I played it to her. This piece was also commissioned by Jane Hazelwood, which is really exciting. And it's the first piece which has been commissioned for me, and that is also somewhat terrifying because I want to do the best job that I can with a piece which is so significant to me. The world premiere of my piece I'm a lot less concerned about, because my piece features so many memories which are significant to me. It's going to be really meaningful to play through all these themes and the variations upon themes which represent all the significant people who've taught me, who've been in my life, and who I admire. Well, yeah, I think there is definitely a challenge for anyone out there who's interested to name as many themes as they can. It's not a terribly long piece, clocking in at about 10 minutes. And I think anyone who can list all the themes in Trodden Slopes, the piece which I've written, will have done a pretty good job. The last 18 months or so have been really challenging for everyone. The only thing that I've been able to really pull out of this time has been the opportunity to change the way that we present classical music. I think that there's an opportunity to use the technology that we have to reach a wider audience and to be more accessible to people who in the past have been priced out of classical music, in the past haven't been able to just click on a link and watch a concert. I think accessibility is a really important issue which hasn't been addressed well in the past. And I believe that moving to a digital platform for some concerts enables people who would historically miss out on concerts in general to participate in music making and music going and music appreciating. I've chosen to present this concert in a more cinematic way. And there are a number of reasons for that. I think that integrating various art forms together create something which is more interesting and probably infinitely more powerful than the sum of its parts. And I think that there is a lot of power in music, certainly, but there is also a lot of power in something visual. And storytelling, who said that it had to be limited to one or the other? Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. In this particular work, you'll see different styles of filmography, which should reflect some of the stories in the pieces. Thank you very much for coming to this concert. This concert is run entirely on donations. So if you like the concert, if you want to support Fable and the artists in general, please consider donating. There are links at the top of the page and the bottom of the page, and everywhere you look, really. Thank you very much. Enjoy the concert.